she's got a fucking dark past as well.
What?
Yeah, in South Africa.
That's so cool and sexy.
I know.
It's not sexy that the
I know,
parents...
but
Did they murder...
he murdered her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Welcome
didn't
to Page
know
7,
that?
everybody.
That's incredible.
We're starting off with Murder Talk.
Murder time.
And of course, we're joined today by Henry Zebrowski. Thank you for joining us, Henry.
I'm most thankful to be here.
Ain't nobody gonna keep him down. They're not stopping now. Uh-oh. You got to keep on moving.
I love my favorite. That is also on the cruises with the red wine.
Man, it's just when our family went on a cruise together, every time you walked onto that Lido deck, they were playing that song. I think the band, I think it was the only song they knew how to play.
I think they were hostages.
Wait, for those of us who've never been on a cruise, what is a Lido deck?
The deck, one of the decks.
You know,
I mean,
there's several decks, Marcus, and then a Lido deck is sort of the that's the relaxing deck. That's where on our cruise it had the hamburger bar, and where every 2 hours they refresh the hamburger bar. My father used to be like, "Hey, we gotta go. They just redid the meat at the hamburger bar."
you got to get the fresh meat. You can't get the meat that's been sitting out for 2 hours.
But they had to eat every 2 hours.
You got to get your money's worth.
Gotta get your money's worth. Don't eat chicken. I don't know how many. Did Mom ever yell at you about eating chicken?
Yeah, because you always have to get the steak or you get the red meat because you got to get your money's worth.
We eat chicken at home.
We don't need chicken on a cruise.
We don't need to eat chicken when we're out. That's a waste of money.
It's always weird.
Wait, so you weren't allowed to eat chicken anytime you went out, that not just on the cruise, but at any point?
I think it had to do. It's because it was her territory. She made the chicken.
Yeah, she's like the Ina Garten of our family.
Oh.
Jeffrey loves his chicken.
I wish I was Jeffrey. What a wonderful little slave Jeffrey is. Just puttering around, making money so Ina can go to the fresh market, come back, make him some kind of toast.
No, he's always out on Fire Island with his boys.
He's a homosexual.
How dare you? He was a Navy man.
Oh wow, there's nothing homosexual about a bunch of half-nude men in a tiny hot pipe.
Speaking of homosexuals and your mother, the big news, Barry Manilow.
He's free.
He's finally free. Although, how sad was it that like the main thing he's like, I didn't want to let my fans down.
Yeah.
The horny old women.
But come on, it doesn't matter. Liberace.
Anybody.
Neil Diamond.
Neil
Diamond isn't gay?
Nah, he looked it.
He's kind of gay, right? Honestly, he's like the most ferocious Jew performer ever, right?
Barry Manilow?
No,
There's got to be
Neil
other
Diamond.
Jews. Well, Barry Manilow is a big Jew.
What?
Duh.
Interesting.
His name is Barry.
He looks like a snapper turtle.
How dare you?
He does.
Young Barry, I would have had sex with. I could have turned him. He should have let me at him.
How'd that
just
work
like
out all
gay-
the other times you tried turning dudes?
You know, it ends in heartbreak.
You just like gay men.
I think I like gay men.
Have you told Doug that
Oh,
he is
God.
homosexual
Oh my
yet?
God! I think he's already told me, so it's fine. He's not gay. He's very straight.
Do you think that Barry Manilow's sex tape will come out now? Yeah. Oh.
I guess he's done. No, he's still going.
Oh, just the residual inertia pumps.
I'm glad that he's been with his husband for so long, though. But you know, he's an ugly dude.
Yeah. I mean, the husband or Barry Manilow?
The husband. I would never say that about Barry.
Yeah, Barry's very handsome.
Yeah. Yes.
He
You
writes a
just said he
song.
looked like a snapping turtle.
Yeah, but he used to be more handsome back in the day. Now he's looking like a snapping turtle because he's got the goddamn all the work done.
It's all the work done, and he looks very bad. But back then, with his hair,
his
billowy.
hair.
Oh my God! And what a showman!
What a showman. And that's what went into making him so much more attractive. Next to Bette Midler, who I also find strangely attractive.
Dude, have you ever watched the old tapes? There's a bunch of them on YouTube.
Her boobies flop around.
And when she was like in like the small like dive nightclubs when she was young, and there's all these like really old videos of her.
Yeah, it's strange.
And like that men would just like they just needed her, wanted her, and she played in all like the gay clubs.
But Bette Midler was very attractive, and so was Barry Manilow. And they, again, great showman. I'm glad he's free. I hope he gets out there. I want to see him snap on a dick. I want him to do that fucking towel wrap. His whole body, whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it.
I think he still has a fairly tight body. He's underneath there.
He looks like Sheryl Crow. I think it's if you
Give
took off
Sheryl
a shirt.
Crow a benefit of the doubt here.
I think he's got a flappy body.
Well, as far as him being sexually active, we're going to go ahead and do a little early blind item.
What?
Oh, yeah. This openly gay, still A-minus list singer has been cheating on his significant other.
Disgusting.
With a foreign-born gay magician who is also in a relationship. Can you guess who it is?
Ooh.
Barry Manilow and the great spelunker.
Carrot Top. Is it Carrot Top?
His name is Mistake. It's French for mistake.
Un mistake.
Un mistake.
It's Siegfried.
He's fucking Siegfried.
Awesome.
That's a power couple.
awesome.
Oh my God,
They're
I
gonna
would
take over Vegas.
I would throw up a bunch, but I would watch that sex
Oh,
tape.
would I watch it? There's tigers in the room.
Just
and
slowly
they're just-
pawing around,
yeah.
and Barry's like, "Do you think maybe we should put the leashes on the tigers?" And Siegfried's like, "No, they are my family."
And then he goes, "Okay, at the Copa, Copacabana."
That's the sound of humping.
Yeah. When it's just dust on the inside.
The hottest spot north of Havana,
Here at the Copa,
Copacabana. Music and fashion are always the passion at the Copa. Don't fall in love.
Copa,
Copacabana. Love that Copa.
Oh God, I love that song.
God,
what a story!
I was such a gay little boy. I remember sitting and literally doing all of those songs. We're just ships that dance in the night. Like as like a 9-year-old, and I just see Dad just driving with a scowl on his face as I'm in the back. We're still here. It's just that we're out of sight. And like my son's a homosexual.
Between that and the Phantom of the Opera.
Daddy, romance is the name of the game, and it's all about mystique and opera. Opera is the most romantic music of all time, Daddy.
God, you loved Phantom of the Opera.
I loved it.
That's so strange.
I would put my I took one of my mom's dresses and I made it into a cape, and then I would listen to Phantom of the Opera on my Walkman and walk on the treadmill.
Did you sing along?
Yeah. Of course.
Why did you have to walk on the treadmill?
He was getting his exercise.
I just just occupying time. This is before masturbating.
Yeah. I
Then
mean,
I
you
had
got to
to-
do something.
Masquerade, paper faces on parade. Masquerade,
I can't sing this
hide
with
your
him.
face so the world may never find you.
So when did your dad stop inviting friends over?
When he stopped drinking, but that's his own problem.
That was his thing.
Totally unrelated.
Then he couldn't make fun of his kids with his friends anymore at
Well,
that point.
They kept taking me out on fishing. Like I went on 2 or 3 policemen's fishing trips, and I always ended up crying and stuff because I couldn't understand like the hunting part of it, and I wasn't good at the fishing. And I would just be sitting there like, "Daddy, I just want to perform," you know what I mean? And he's just like, "You gotta put some fish
Have a
fucking
beer."
blood on you."
No, I almost got my ear ripped off by a fish hook once when I was about 4 or 5. I
Oh, did
understand.
it catch on you and you were pulling it
Caught
back?
on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're like a big screaming lure.
Man, I've never been fishing, and I don't think I'd ever enjoy it.
You'd like the drinking and sitting part.
That's fine. I get as long as I could just sit and drink. But it's like, yeah, on a boat, which means I want to have a margarita and I want to be laying in my
Your
my
cruise.
swim overall. I
You
want to
sort
be
of
on a
need a
cruise. I want to be on a cruise.
But the problem for a cruise is that it is a roving fat boy person. Like it is not a it's not a sexy vacation. I don't understand how people go and have a good time. It's just eating and drinking big sugary daiquiris. You lay out, which is like fine, but you could do that on a beach. But you're just in there, just like everybody's got dysentery.
Everyone's sick.
I never understood the cruise.
Although Henry and I would hit the dance clubs at night, everyone thought we were married. Man, but did we hit the dance clubs?
And those are the nights I'll remember forever. Me and my sister Bride.
dancing the night away.
Dancing and dancing. I remember because an older woman was flirting with me. That was really kind of weird.
Yeah,
I was
then-
very large because we looked like the white clumps.
Yeah, or Hercules.
just jammed in my men's warehouse jet suit with like it was like a 54 Husky.
It was portly.
We were fat.
We were so fat. And then I was like getting hit on by some older black gentleman in probably his like 50s or 60s, and his wife didn't like it.
And you were 15?
No, I was 16.
16 going on 17.
Oh, perfect. Ammo.
Yeah, I got caught in one of those once in a dance hall in Green, Texas, except the husband loved it.
See, because it means like, oh, my wife is desirable.
Yeah, I was like 18 or 19, but she was hitting on me hard.
You were gonna cuckold him.
Yes, I was going to cuckold him.
You were going to
sweet 19-year-old boy.
Just pounding away at his wife while he just jerks off in the corner, being like, none of the boys in the oil field will come over for our date night. Do you ever, have you ever done that? Ever cucked a man?
I've never cucked a man, no.
God, it's just the term is just so awful.
It's awful. Yeah, I've never slept with a man's wife while he was watching, no. Nor have I ever slept with a man's wife in general.
Very
for
good.
You. Morals on
Morals.
this show.
We're a moral show here
We
at
are.
Page 7. Where even though Molly is gone, our moral compass is still pointing north.
This is the most positive I feel that we've been. We're not being bad. We've been
not being
told
bad.
we were warned to not be bad.
We got a talking to because we were having some conversations before this started.
Free speech.
And then Marcus said, "You guys gonna be bad today?"
Look,
and we
I've
said,
never
"No,
been bad.
Dad."
I've been a good boy. I'm a good boy.
Yeah. and
All
it's-
right, do you want to be bad?
No, I won't talk about 13 Reasons Why or Big Little Lies, but I will say there's a lot of R in it, and it's great.
There's a lot of R's.
Oh man,
everywhere.
so many R's: reading, writing, arithmetic.
Ooh.
Hey.
And the final and rape.
Also that. Also quite a bit of that in all
yeah.
of those shows.
I
Yeah.
have no reason to watch a show that it purposely just makes me sad.
13 Reasons Why was really good.
I heard that they were, and I did this before, but I heard they were going to change the name of the show to 13 Rapes and Swats.
This is what Marcus said that we were being bad before.
He said that, and I said, "Are you going to be bad?" And he said, "No, I'm going to be good."
Look at how I got permission to be bad, though. Which also makes me want to be good.
I know.
Because then it's bad to be
And
good.
it's like, yeah, then we're the angels on a devil's shoulder.
Are you watching anything else besides horrifically sad things?
No, I just finished that today, so now I'm empty. I got an empty tank, and it sucks.
I'm watching Twin Peaks, man.
Oh, yeah.
I've done it so many times.
I'll keep doing it. It's my favorite show.
It's a good show.
It's the best show of all time. Except for the first half of the second season.
They lose it a little bit, but then
Yes.
they bring it back.
Because Mark Froston just took over. And they lost David Lynch. But Twin Peaks is...
It's so good.
I tried to get through Rome. Not good.
Yeah.
Rome's okay. I've watched Rome.
It's
You did the whole
boring.
thing?
Yeah, actually,
Wow.
I did. Well, I was dating a girl at the time that was very much into it for some strange reason. But yeah, I did the whole thing.
She was like actively into Rome.
She was super into Rome, yeah.
Weird.
That's a bad flaw.
I think it's a bad sign.
I think it means that you're missing something. You're missing quality control.
Have you guys watched The Good Pope yet?
No.
No.
I know Henry hates Pope.
No, Young Pope.
Young Pope. The bitch
Tiny Pope. Tiny
I
Pope.
keep hearing it's good, but I really don't even want to start. I don't want to watch Jude Law as a fucking Pope.
It's supposed to be super naughty, and that's why it's
and
good.
you know I like naughty.
I know you like naughty, but then I was like, oh, so Young Pope's fucking. And they're like, no, Young Pope does not fuck. Everybody else does. But I was like, I want Young Pope to be fucking.
That's the thing. I want him to be bad Pope.
Naughty Pope.
Now, naughty Pope I could get into.
You just Google naughty Pope.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
look it up.
You know it's out there. It's got to be out there.
God. Naughty Pope.
Ooh, 5 very naughty popes.
Oh,
There's only one.
God.
Jude
There should
Law
only
plays a
actually-
naughty pope in the new HBO show.
See, it
he's
says naughty.
The young pope is a little stinker, very naughty.
Nope, says the word stinker, won't watch it. You know how I feel about the word stink or stinky, and I hate it.
I feel like if you,
You don't
call
want
a
to be
kid,
a little stinker?
Yuck.
No, for some reason in my head, if you call a kid a little stinker, it's an 8-year-old with a permanent hard-on. Ain't I a stinker?
Yeah, and he never washes his hands, so his hands smell like shit.
Ain't I a stinker? I mean, literally, don't I stink?
I'd rather be around an oinker than a stinker.
Hey, look down here. You just committed a crime. You committed a
It's a
crime.
great thing for a child to do. Taking you to jail.
Take him to jail. He looked at my penis.
Why is he asking me to look at my penis?
Hey, police officer.
Stinker.
Police officer, look down here.
You going to jail.
Go to jail.
What a good trap.
Get you.
Oh, and there's no proof. And that's the best part.
You're a sex offender now.
What a stinker, huh?
What a stinker.
He is a stinker.
I saw there was an old man covered what seemed to be his own shit standing outside of the Pentecostal church around the corner from my house here, and that was a stinker.
Sounds like he had a lot to pray for.
Yeah,
You know, maybe
like
that's
a
why
washcloth. But the thing is, you know what it is? What's funny about prayers is that if you just went to the store and bought a fucking washcloth, you'd have it.
I think what he did is that he literally used the phrase, you can shit in one hand and wish in the other and see which one fills up first.
What do I do with all this shit?
I guess I gotta rub it on my body.
Now I'm warm.
No
Now it's
wishes.
getting hot out.
No wishes coming true over here.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't have wished for all that shit in my hands.
It's the only one you're gonna get.
Oh, this is a sad one. Jay Giles died.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jay Giles, man, dancing on the ceiling. That's Lionel Richie.
Is that
Angel
Lionel
in a
Richie?
centerfold.
Yeah.
It's Angels in a Senate.
Yeah.
Blood runs cold.
Yeah.
My memory is just a soul. Angel in a centerfold.
Yeah.
That's a hot video.
Yeah, Freeze Frame, also a great song.
Freeze Frame.
Dan, 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 dan. That was the first song I ever performed live with the band.
Freeze Frame.
Strange.
Why?
Yeah, me and my cousin, I started playing drums because me and my cousin thought it would be really funny to start a band, go to an open mic, and play Freeze Frame by Jay Giles.
That is really
It
funny.
is. It is actually very funny.
You know, also sadly died today, Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was Eddie Murphy though, but
So
when I
you
saw
were
it,
then
I went-
happy?
I said it was like Eddie Murphy.
So you went, and then you heard Charlie Murphy, and you're like,
Oh
good.
no, it was sad.
Donkey is safe.
It was sad.
Jackie's being a chinky little donkey.
He keeps calling me Chinky Little Donkey.
Cheeky donkey.
Just in the Shrek voice.
You're a cheeky little donkey.
Chuck is a chinky little donkey.
See, that sounds like you're not saying cheeky. It doesn't sound like saying cheeky.
Cheeky.
You're a cheeky little donkey. Oh, Ray.
Somebody's a cheeky little donkey.
I hate it. I hate it. And in the morning, I make it waffles.
Jackie, that's such a funny quote.
I'm bringing it back.
Look at that boulder. That's a nice boulder.
Oh, I love donkey.
So he's alive. So yay! Charles Murphy, though, is dead. He did die.
Not of Shrek fame.
And it was very sad. It's very sad because he got so skinny, but also at the same time, he looked so good.
You know, that's what happens. Thinner.
Was he fat? He was just normal. He just didn't have leukemia for a while.
For most of his life, I think.
And then he had
He did.
leukemia.
So that
That's
makes
dark.
you thin. Yeah, it makes you thin, though.
It does make you thin, and then I would dress up those last 2 months.
Oh, yeah, I would get fancy clothes.
Just sitting in
Hooked up to
hospice.
chemo.
I can finally get Coco Chanel. God. Fashion ready to wear. Finally fits me. That's cruel.
You're being bad, Henry, right
Naughty
now.
Pope.
No, you are being a naughty pope, aren't you?
Yeah. But the real Pope is probably a real naughty Pope because of the things he's seen and had to be fucking quiet about
What he has
because
to
it'll
cover
ruin
up.
the infrastructure of the entire quote-unquote Catholic nation that is Vatican City.
Okay, all right, okay. I believe you and I support you, however.
I am incredibly hungover.
I hope that watered-down iced coffee is really doing you well.
Wink. You can hear my winks.
Yeah, it's squishy.
Wink.
He's
Blink,
got
blink,
squishy eyes.
blink,
That's the problem.
blink,
Ah,
blink,
stop. Ah,
blink,
he's getting me all wet.
blink, blink,
And not like that.
Blink. Ugh, Jackie. Stop.
I meant that you were squishing
Stop
your
it.
eyes at me.
Stop it.
I didn't mean about my vagina.
Shut up. Never say vagina.
I'm sorry, my rose petal.
You glistening petal.
my petals.
Petal.
My petals are wet. Guess I got watered recently.
Oh, they're turning Friends into a musical.
Oh, jeez. They just turned Groundhog's Day into a musical. It's on Broadway right now.
What
Why?
about Barb? That's my question. Is what about Barb?
don't
What
even bring it
about
up.
Barb?
I'm very upset about it. I'm not. I will never watch it.
No, I don't think it is remotely appropriate to call for any sort of like public violence. I think that the idea of that is really disgusting. But I think that if someone were to take a machine gun to the Friends musical, I think it would be great.
I mean, just to take it in, just to see if they can get it in.
Just to punish everyone in the chain of command that made the decision to make the Friends musical.
Oh no, listen to the track list for it. The only coffee shop in New York City.
That's
45 Grove Street. How can we afford this place?
It was never about the rent. That's a whole other fucking show.
I just want to quit everything.
How you doing, ladies?
Oh, that's Joey's song.
Oh my God. That is just like,
that's
we're
great.
living in a parody. We're living in a parody of television and movies. Like, we're like postmodern. We're
Yeah.
just living in a world where all of this dumb shit that would have been a joke in a Weird Al film is now real.
I mean, you know, Stephen Hawking just became a hologram too, so good for him.
Man, in that hologram, I hope his penis works.
I don't think it does. I don't think it's magic.
He's also unfortunate. What I hope that they did for Stephen Hawking, I know he's
I
smart.
would say so. Yeah, no, it's rough.
I know he's smart, but it could come down to put him in an exoskeleton.
There's got to be something.
We've talked many a time about your idea of putting Stephen Hawking in an exoskeleton.
Honestly,
It's not gonna work.
No.
Why though?
Because he needs actual muscles to move the exoskeleton. There is no
Yeah.
exoskeleton technology that exists that he can use to make his mind. He
that's
can't just use exoskeleton.
It works. What you do is you have the maid that he fucks, or his nurse that he's
He
fucking.
can't fuck anything.
He sticks out his fingers and
No, he
uses
doesn't.
the chair in and out.
That, or I imagine his tongue is probably very strong.
He can't move any of it. He can't move any of it. Stephen Hawking is not a sexual being in any way, shape, or form.
What if someone just sits on his face though and just rubs the rose petal on his face?
How's the world's
Well,
smartest
then he's
man
just
like
an
this?
inanimate object. It's just a soft piece of flesh he's
That's
rubbing
great.
against.
That's all he is. That's all I want to be. But Stephen Hawking, you put him in a thing, he's got a pilot person that goes with him places that you get fucking put hydraulics up into his fucking penis
Yeah,
so his penis
that's
can
what
work.
he needs.
Choom, 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 so he can like climb up buildings and shit and jump over cars. Like have big forklift arms. That would be cool
That's
as fuck.
awesome. He's also the strongest man. All robot.
All robot, and then him versus The Rock in a pay-per-view event, or kind of like one of those things, like a live stream thing on Facebook, and he fucking rips The Rock's arms off.
You know that he's got to have violence in there somewhere, you know?
Well, he's got to be mad for being bound to a chair for how many years?
It's something like 40, 30.
Long time. That's a long time.
You know, good for him. He gets to sit down. Look at me. I'm loving sitting down.
Yeah, I don't want to stand all the time.
Me and my wheelchair gonna be best friends.
Strap me in
Ooh,
for life.
Give up the dancing. Give up the jumping.
God, you just gotta ask that naughty Pope for your Catholic wish.
They're bringing back Fear Factor with Ludacris as the host.
Good. I think that's good.
Ooh, scintillating. Because that show's gonna get a little ludicrous.
This is what happens when you don't watch TV for 2 weeks, Jackie.
I know. I've been consumed with my shows.
Well, that's the idea. Because I'm sorry, because you were staying in my apartment where I've gone completely a la carte.
What? What does
Entertainment
that
a
mean?
la carte. I choose what I choose what I want to watch. It's all internet. It's either Netflix or Apple TV. When the problem though is that it does end up causing like weird fights within your relationship, where it's like it's not that Natalie and I fight that much, but the fights about the TV sometimes are just like you choose. Like it's not
difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult. So then we just went ahead and got cable.
Why?
Because it's great.
But there's too many. You already have so much at your fingertips.
Yeah, you gotta watch commercials and shit.
That's kind of fun. Now I'm back into liking it. And you know what show I discovered? Hip Hop Squares.
Oh yeah, you emailed me about Hip Hop Squares, which I didn't understand. He emailed me with the subject line, "You gotta watch Hip Hop Squares with nothing in the subject." That was like, I was like, why didn't you text me?
Because I was on a plane. And I was thinking about it because I was watching it on the plane. It's Hollywood Squares, but with like random hip hop like celebrities and like people from like Real Wives of Atlanta and shit. And it is ludicrous.
No, I'm sorry. Fear Factor is ludicrous. Yeah, you got Christ. I hope he yells that. in the
Petals.
show.
All I think about is
You think of my rose petals? My petals.
Hip Hop Squares is just
What is it on?
VH1.
Oh, good.
It's what I'm sick of watching Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives because they play that for 8 hours a night.
What
They
if
don't
you
play
miss
other-
an episode?
They don't play other shows anymore. And HGTV only does Fixer Uppers because they know now they fucking hold it out on us. Fixer Uppers is 1 night a week. Then it's all night though.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the rest is House Hunters International. And then also the saddest show I've ever seen. All of this is just white noise shows that I do anything to just shut up my brain. Mm-hmm. It's great for the airplanes and shit. And so Lotto House Hunters is the saddest show I've ever seen.
Ooh, what's that?
It is yokels who have made millions of dollars in the lottery go to this man, this real estate guy. It's like, I will help you find your dream home. And it's just spending yokels' money. It's just these idiots. It's like, it's sad because it's not done for the joke of it.
My lottery dream home.
My lottery dream home.
Thank you, Henry. Why, you don't even know the name of it?
Who cares? But it's like it's not played for laughs, so it's not making fun of them but that's what's sad is that they should be being made fun of because it's stuff being like the girl is always like, I always hated a dream that the living room would have 2 waterfalls in it, and it's all just like they pretend to be like now like they're become experts in
Now they're
interior
people,
design,
yeah.
and it's like they're not. It's not good. They're getting built.
Yeah.
They did not earn that money.
It is people with no knowledge of property taxes.
They don't understand how much trouble they're gonna be in after
And they just
buy the.
feed on it and feed on it and feed on it on the show.
I think I know how important it is to you to have an inside and outside pool, and that's why we got you here. It's got 4 pools. The living room's a pool. Oh, this is nice, Greg. This is like it's like we're living in it. We're living in a pond.
Is it a British show?
Oh, it's real nice here, boy. All right. Ever since I won the lottery, I've been, look, it's got a crockery in it.
Here's some of the dumbest things they've put in their houses.
Ooh.
A miniature version of the house for the dog.
Like $25,000.
Worth it for the dog.
A home theater, of course, but all velvet home theater.
Oh, I hope it's on the walls and on the ceiling too, in case you want to touch it anywhere you are.
It is! And it's all purple.
Oh,
It's like being inside a fancy case for a fleshlight.
Of course, a sauna. You gotta have a sauna.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Wine cellar. Gotta have a wine cellar.
They don't
Absolutely.
even drink
They
wine.
just won the lottery. They're from Potlucka, Tennessee, and they show up and they're like, because they're like, we've been thinking about getting into wines. Have you heard of Carlo Rossi?
Big glass bottle. You can use it to. I love my life now. I'm a millionaire.
I'm making bass noises with my mouth. I'm a millionaire, and I'm always gonna be. It's never gonna change, because once you get money, money makes money.
That's what's eating Gilbert Grape, though.
Yeah.
If he became a lotto millionaire.
Yeah, you just be living on spinny hats and jelly farms. Oh, have a jelly farm. Don't tell them that jelly doesn't grow in farm.
No, that's why they take him to a vineyard and let him smash everything.
Well, you just take a tree, you duct tape a bunch of jars of jelly to the tree. Ooh.
It's a jelly farm. Bam.
All new dreams came true. Nobody believed me when I was hurt. Oh, you look at me. I could be a millionaire too.
Back into the British, though.
You get a stable if you want.
Oh,
Oh,
stable.
good. They're going to take care of those horses.
We can put the cats in it.
Huge hay bales to the cats, just like,
Where's that damn cat?
Big aquarium, gigantic aquarium.
All right.
Full wall aquarium.
Ooh, that's fun. Oh, never again. I don't know. I think I've said it on here before. I watch Tanked a lot because a mom likes Tanked.
Interesting.
I don't like a reality show about making fish tanks.
Fish tanks are bad. And also, what these morons don't realize, how you have to clean that fish tank out, where it's just going to be just a floating cube of liquid shit in the center of your house.
Don't get a fish. Don't do this to yourself. It's like, I'm going to put a mako shark in the middle of my kitchen.
You gotta get a tank guy.
gotta get a tank
guy.
guy.
Yeah, you got to get an
tanks.
aquarium guy. You can't take care of because my mom tried doing the whole aquarium thing. It was a mess.
Huh.
She just ended up shoving a bunch of snails in there because the snails clean it for you.
Oh yeah, and those sucky fish.
Yeah, so
Mrs. Parks?
it was just a fucking tank of snails.
Mrs. Parks, they sent me from the tank store. My name's Miguel. I'm the tank man. Yeah, I know all about tanks.
Sounds like a beginning of a porn with your mother as a star.
Now, Mrs. Parks, let me see you bent over this tank here, because I'm the tank man.
I don't know if Miguel
Walking-
would sound like that.
Walking real red line there.
I think your mother is beautiful.
She is beautiful.
I was
She
looking at
is.
pictures of her on Facebook.
That's weird.
What?
She liked a post that someone made of ours, and I was looking at pictures of your family for a while. I was pretty hammered. I almost friended her, but I didn't.
Well, you'll get to meet all of them in Dallas.
Very good. Mm-hmm. I think it's gone long enough. Our friendship's gone long enough, and I have not ever met your parents.
Mm.
That is true. You haven't met it. Well, you've met my brother,
Yeah.
but you've not met my parents. It's time.
I want to meet mommy and daddy.
You will.
Oh, I can't wait to see the pictures.
Yay!
You could get a moat.
Oh, now that is something I would want, a drawbridge and a moat.
I'm sick and tired of having the postman just been able to come up to the house whenever he wants. Put up the drawbridge. Guards! Where's the damn guards? I'm going to put a helmet on the Roomba. That's our guard now.
That's gonna take care of the whole house. Make the dog do it. They just strap the ties. They tie the dog to the drawbridge and make him scared so he runs.
Now put a suit on the dog. It's our butler.
Dog can wear many hats.
Yeah, if you strap it to his fucking head.
Oh yeah, the people. Do you guys watch The Hills at all?
No.
No, I
Laguna Beach,
Yeah, I remember
anything?
that.
No.
Yeah, they got it. They got it.
Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt.
How are they still remotely relevant as human beings?
I think they just have a lot of money, so they're just around.
How do they still have that much money?
But she just squirted one out, right?
They invest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get that money. They invest. Money
what?
starts making money.
Can you look up Heidi Montag's net worth?
I think, didn't she make a bunch of like sex tapes or something too?
No,
I mean,
that's Fat. What's her name from Teen
Melissa?
Moms? Fat Melissa from Teen Moms. Farrah Abraham.
yeah.
Abrams.
yeah, she was a hoe.
She wasn't a hoe. She was a sex worker.
You're right. You're right.
Apparently, they squandered a $10 million fortune.
Of course,
That sounds great.
the term is squandered.
But I mean, there's still an Us Weekly for squirting out a kid.
The PR firm is paying for that.
Yeah.
She spent an estimated $100,000 a month on hair and makeup.
Cool.
God.
Oh yeah, I would buy someone to live in my house. Like, make me up, and I'll
Yeah.
just sit there and watch Big Little Lies by myself.
This is a good show. This is a good show.
But I'll look beautiful. While I
You
do
can't
it.
watch it. You're working.
God, she spent $200,000 in a single day on 10 plastic surgery procedures that she did all at once.
God.
God, she looks like. I don't know how to describe what it is that she looks like. I mean, she obviously looks like she had a lot of work done.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's plastic.
Yeah, a few years later, she had to spend an extra $40,000 to reduce her breast implants from F cups to C's.
Damn.
Why'd you choose F? That's where that's back hurting season.
Back hurting season. I also think that it's a part. I think maybe she was gonna make the shift to porn, and then she pulled it last minute.
She might have, because I mean, it looked like that's where she was headed.
She was angling towards it, and then maybe somewhere, like maybe she met Jiminy Cricket or some magical creature that sort of like gave her a sense of conscience.
Yeah, but it was probably Jiminy Cricket.
More than likely. A lot of women, before they go into porn, get visits from Jiminy Cricket.
Hey, how you want to do that? All right, well, let me see him. I'm just a cricket. What does it matter if I see him?
Oh God.
You can show him to me.
His top hat.
I'm just a cricket.
Let me up in there.
This is my friend Miguel. He's a tank man. Yeah, I'm a
What
tank
a team.
man. Yeah, I do tanks. I'm working with tanks all the time. Let me see him. Let me just see him. I'm just a tank man. I can. Your breasts, I will see it with the unofficial and judicial and unjudgmental gaze of a tank man.
All right, it's time for the list.
Yeah. Who's got the list?
Marquez,
Gotta have that list.
Famous people born on the exact same day.
Ooh, I was born on the same day as Napoleon.
This is like a topic of a conversation that you bring up with your grandmother who has like Alzheimer's, and you have to spend like 45 minutes with her at the fucking. Yeah. Do you know who else was born on the same day? Cheech Marin. Isn't that interesting, Grandma? Grandma?
Oh, God, she's passed.
Oh, God.
Thank God, because I had 20 more minutes and I just fucking couldn't get through it.
Thank you.
I was born on the same day as Janis Joplin and Edgar Allan Poe.
Ooh.
And famous Civil War General Robert E. Lee.
Wow. Henry, do you know yours?
It's like, I want to say Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, Malcolm
forgot.
X.
Yeah, I
all
forgot.
born in the
All the
same day.
greats.
All the greats, all my peers.
But that was not the same day in the same year. These are all the same day in the same year.
Rosie Perez.
Wow. Is she yours?
I actually don't know. I don't know who was born on May 1st.
White men can't jump.
White men don't have to jump.
No, they don't.
We use people to climb on. We don't
Use
have
them
to
and
jump.
break their backs.
Don't have to jump.
Oh, man, we'll get up there. We'll get real high.
Oh my God, you know what I just found out?
What?
Ham the chimp died on the day I was born.
Oh, my God, what a loss.
Ham the chimp, he was the monkey that went into space.
Oh no.
Ham is a really good name for a monkey.
Yeah.
What if we name him Pizza? Guys, we're scientists. All right, we'll name him a good scientific name, Ham.
Cookie dough.
This is Sniffles.
We're putting him to the moon.
We gave him AIDS and we're trying to cure it. That's why we named him Sniffles.
Abraham Lincoln and Charles Darwin were both born on February 12th, 1809.
What a good day,
This
huh?
is great.
By contrast, Michael Jordan and Larry the Cable Guy were both born on February 17th,
Oh, my God.
1963.
What a
What
dream
a day.
team.
What a day.
Where would we be without Larry the Cable Guy? I gotta say,
I don't know.
I just think about him every morning when I wake up.
There should be a lot more sleeves out there.
Free floating
Free floating sleeves. I wish I had a hoe.
Paul McCartney and Roger Ebert. June 18th, 1942.
Ebert's dead though, right? That's the
Yeah.
dead one?
Yeah, he's the one. He lost his jaw and then he died. No, he's still alive.
No, Roger Ebert is dead.
No, are both of them dead?
Paul
Siskel-
McCartney's alive.
No, I meant Siskel and Ebert.
Siskel is dead.
And Ebert is still alive.
No, Ebert's dead too.
Oh,
now.
they're both
They're
dead.
both
I think
dead?
so because he's like
Which one was the fat one that lost the jaw though, right?
Ebert.
That was Ebert.
Ebert now looks like Ren from Ren and Stimpy in the tooth loss episode where he's all soft
With
in
the
the, face.
nerves.
It's just like get a big.
for my mush?
Get time for my mush. I think that he should have a gigantic face mask so that we can stop looking at it.
Yeah. Or
Now that he's
attach
dead, I mean,
something.
now he does have one big face mask. It's called a casket. But I think beforehand he could have had like a Cobra Commander mask.
Yeah, he died like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I give that a thumbs down.
down.
Siskel died in 99.
Yep, brain tumors.
Wow.
Yep.
But is that why all the movies and all the TVs are bad now?
Yep.
That's why What About Barb exists?
What about Barb?
What about Barb?
We're gonna find out fall 2017.
It makes me so mad.
Angelina Jolie and Russell Brand, June 4th, 1975.
That's incredible.
God, they're both so thin. Maybe that's what we needed. I should have been born on that day.
That's what it is. You get that thin gene, but
get
I
thin
think
genes.
I think that she has an eating disorder, and Russell Brand has a pretty strong addiction.
It's a drug use. Yeah, maybe I got to get one of those.
You do need that. That
Yeah.
will definitely get you thin.
You're right. You're right.
You remember you used to do a bunch of drugs and you used to be really skinny,
I
but
was
you
so
were all
skinny.
haunted.
Yeah, but it was a fun kind of haunted.
You were not fun haunted.
Viscous ghosts.
You cried on the drop of a hat. You were always crying.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
Eric Stone Street from Modern Family.
The big fat one.
The big fat one.
Ah.
And Henry Thomas.
My
That's
namesake.
your name.
That's your name.
That's my name.
There he is.
That's my name.
There he is.
That's September 9th, 1971. Henry Thomas was the little boy in E.T.
And he also was in.
Ouija Origin of Evil.
Yes,
He
which was
was.
not that bad.
I thought it was great.
It was pretty great.
I thought it was a pretty solid horror film.
Also, The Devil's Candy is fucking awesome. Also, The Void.
Oh, The Void looks so
It's
good.
so good. It's
Yeah.
good meaty violence.
Is it in theaters right now?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
On iTunes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I rented it. You know why? Because I'm a consumer.
Yeah, hell yeah. Good for you. America.
Thumbs up.
Marilyn Monroe and Andy Griffith. June 1st, 1926.
I wonder if they sucked.
Grandma?
They sucked.
Grandma, should I keep reading this list? Yes, I'm still awake.
Grandma,
Put the pillow over her
Joseph
head.
Gordon-Levitt and Paris Hilton were born on the first day. Do you remember them?
Oh, I do.
Paris Hilton's a whore. Yes, Grandma.
Grandma, you know Nancy Grace? You like Nancy Grace?
I love her. Best entertainer in the world.
Kill them all.
Her and Weird Al Yankovic.
Weird Al Yankovic is a punishable Jew. Grandma, you're full of it today. You must be having a lucid time. I'm seeing gremlins.
All right, it's time for Blind Item.
I can't see them. I can't see them.
All right, he's grandma now. I think he's all grandma.
This A-list daytime talk show host, whose hair color changes with the new show season, berates his weary producers in front of the studio audience if a show goes over live to tape in time, because he'll hit traffic on the George Washington Bridge coming home from the studio in Connecticut. Meanwhile, the producers will be working until 10 p.m. wrangling possibly pregnant guests for the next day's taping. He also wants the guests pre-produced, not to touch him ever. If they do, the producer will be in for another reaming.
Maury Povich.
Of course.
Yeah.
He's still kicking it.
Oh, yeah, doing the same thing.
I watch Maury Povich at least 2 or 3 times a week.
I honestly
Really?
think that I don't find this offensive. I think that that's what just he knows what his show is. He shows up. It takes 45 minutes to shoot like 5 of these episodes of this show. He gets them done. He goes out the fucking door. He shows up. Just blah, 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 blah. Guys, what are we making here? Is this the UN?
Gotta go.
No, we're making the Maury Povich show. They just fucking crank him out. Crank him out.
I just can't believe it's still going.
Yeah, man, it's one of my breakfast shows. It's either that or Maverick or The Match Game.
I mean, all great choices. All starting with M.
You literally are like a man from 1975. It's like you're living the same lifestyle because I could see you with the dirty wife beater on, watching the fucking
Eating
dating
toast.
show.
Yeah.
Ugh, just sounds like smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Don't tell me I got nothing to do.
I mean, scrambled eggs that my lady made me.
Oh,
It is 1975.
damn! You just drinking an old can of Schlitz and being like, next time make these fluffier, everybody's getting hit, including myself.
Keep taking off the belt and putting the belt back on.
It's 10 a.m. I'm not schlitzing it just yet.
Our father used to do that game where he says, like, we used to do this thing. It's like he would start a call and response when he'd say something. He's like, you know what happens when I take off my belt? And we all say, your pants fall down. And he laughs. Well, we were verbally abused.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
You forgot about
I
that?
forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah, you like uncomfortable childhood memories? Should
I
we talk
love
about
it.
that on the show?
Yeah, what are some other calls and responses that you had?
I mean, I was talking about the weird tickle game that he used to do.
The crawling hand.
Here I come.
Step by step.
Inch by
by
inch.
inch.
And then he would come, but he was always drunk, so he would tickle us too hard, so it just hurt.
Yeah. And then the what? If you said what around him, he'd go, what in the world's come over you? Wop, doo-wah.
So
Uncomfortable
fucking
childhood memories with Jackie and Henry.
We could do. I think we could do hours of material on
Give me
this.
one more.
That's another
get
call and
real
response
uncomfortable.
today. It's like, oh yeah, I gotta go into work. I gotta work half a day, and then we'd say 12 hours.
That's right. And then he also does the same thing when he was whenever someone says no smoking anywhere, he goes, no smoking.
But now I do it in my head. Anytime I see a sign, or like if you're going on a ride or like watching a show and then like no smoking, and no smoking, but he always screamed it for no reason.
Isn't he like a 3-pack a day smoker?
Oh, I'd say close to.
Yeah, yeah, about
Close
that.
to that.
So it was just an incredulous I can't smoke here thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, every single time.
Yep. He really wanted to smoke. That's why he won't get on an airplane,
He won't come visit us.
because he can't smoke.
That's
And
real.
now he can't smoke on a train anymore, so
Definitely
he's in
can't.
Florida.
Will never come visit us.
isn't it great?
I love family stories.
Well, this last one has a little bit to do with your dad.
Uh-oh.
Just
Daddy.
a little bit. It's long, but it's sexy.
Ooh.
You trying to talk about Jackie's damn pedals again?
Ginny Nordback wrote the Scarlet Letters to tell all about her experience working in a California sex dungeon. Recent college graduate Ginny Nordback answered a job ad declaring no experience necessary, and what an experience it turned out to be. The 22-year-old soon found herself working in a Los Angeles sex dungeon, putting a leash on a major Hollywood star, as she reveals in her astounding new book, The Scarlet Letters. Her rope work was weak, Nordback knew, but she had the basics of bondage down. She also was strong in the torture of male genitalia, an art in itself. The latter soon came in helpful when a major movie star walked into her session room. Nordback's test scene was almost child's play, face slapping, verbal humiliation, and nipple torture with paddles, and a light flogger at hand. Nothing she hadn't already done 100 times before. It was Mr. Mega Movie Star who taught her a trick not to be found in a BDSM big primer. On his first visit, he swaggered into the room wearing shades and smacking gum, while flashing the $1 million smile recognizable to anyone on the planet. Nordback quickly roped him to a cross, and with a combination of flogging and tugging, drove him wild. Afterwards, as they cleaned up, he promised a surprise when he came round again. Next time, she took him directly in the depths of the dungeon into the cave. His first sexy move was to pull off the sunglasses that made him more recognizable, not less, and perch them on her nose. Mega Movie Star reached into a small leather satchel and produced a selection of urethral sounds, metal rods, for insertion. Ooh. A longtime practitioner, he handed Nordback the thickest one. Yeah. Nothing more can be said except that it ended happily for both.
Aww.
Marcus, I believe the answer is Jack Nicholson.
Is it Jack Nicholson?
It's Jack Nicholson.
No way! I actually was very surprised because the sunglasses, yeah, I could see. Mm-hmm. But my question is, I'm just surprised he's into that kinky as shit as being such an old man. This is a long time ago.
No, this is very recent.
Wow, up his penis. Mm-hmm. Great.
It's like the dong.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's like a tuning fork.
God, why would you want it?
Because you are missing something essential.
I think it's something. And also, you know what? It's like the phrase nipple torture and thinking about nipple torture makes me want to throw up everywhere.
I don't want pain in there. Ever since, I'm not going to go into my intimacies.
Please don't.
Please do.
Because
Rose petals.
My intimacies.
Your dog ears.
When you're with Natalie and her rose petals.
Don't you even bring up her rose petals. But when I was in pain, cutting my thumb off, I thought it very difficult. Not difficult, but it was difficult. Like, you have to make sure I don't like pain mixed with intimacy.
Oh, yeah, so you got to keep it out of there.
Yeah, you don't hold it up.
So you had to hold your thumb up in the air as you were having sex?
Yeah, but it was also kind of like I was celebrating.
Yay!
That's all we got time for on today's Page 7. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for coming, Henry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I take it back. You're not. I no longer thank you.
Naughty. Vote for us for Webby for Last Podcast of the Left. Webby for Best Comedy Podcast.
Oh, yeah, baby. I voted.
Go to Webby Awards and vote for
I did it. I voted.
Do it. Let's take it back. We're taking back all the bad words. Did you say the R word?
No.
She did not.
In the world's
gonna over you.
For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to cavecomedyradio.com.